for showing up. Obviously, come on up here, guys. I've asked District Attorney Joe Gonzalez to be here today and make a few comments at the end of this briefing. And we'll make this short and sweet. I have most of the information I have here, I think you've already been privy to. I do have a little bit of new information. The information I'm going to give you, I will answer questions to clarify, but I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about anything else, simply because this is an open investigation and we still have a lot of work to do. So again, my condolences to the families of Savannah and Matthew. By now, everybody's aware of the incidents, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time rehashing facts that are already known, but I will go over them high level. So on 12/26/23, our officers discovered 2 deceased individuals in a Kia Optima, and our homicide detectives at that point began their investigation right on that scene. Detectives learned that both victims were involved in the sale of narcotics and used their cell phones to conduct much of their business. Detectives collected the victims' phones, and with the help of the United States Secret Service, we were able to extract information that led to the development of a possible location of a suspect vehicle that was seen on the surveillance video. That occurred on Wednesday, 1/3/24. Detectives drove to that location and saw the suspect vehicle. They approached the home where the suspect vehicle was, and they knocked on the door. An individual by the name of Ramon Preciado answered the door and seemed to know why SAPD was there and cooperated with the investigation. Both Ramon and Christopher were home and brought to the SAPD homicide office for questioning. During the interviews, both suspects made enough statements to implicate them in the murder. Detectives walked warrants for their arrests. Christopher was arrested on the charge of capital murder. Ramon was arrested on the charge of abuse of a corpse. Yesterday, 1/4, more charges were filed. Christopher was also charged with abuse of a corpse, altering, destroying, or concealing evidence on a human corpse. Ramon was also charged with altering, destroying, concealing evidence, human corpse. Detectives also conducted a search warrant at the home of the suspects where evidence was recovered. There is still an active investigation, and I'm not going to go into too much of the details, as I've previously said, because I don't want to jeopardize the integrity of the case or make the DA's job any harder once he gets involved in it. The final piece of information I have for you is that the gun, believed to be the murder weapon, has been recently recovered from the suspect's home, and we'll share that with you. And Joe, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. First, I want to thank Chief McManus for inviting me to be a part of this press conference. Before I begin, I also want to extend my condolences to the Soto and Guerra families, as they are in the midst of mourning. They are in the midst of grieving for the loss of their loved ones. So I think it would be appropriate for us to give them the respect that is due them during this period. But I do want to say that as I mentioned before, arrests were made, I was confident because I knew the kind of work that happens over here. I know the kind of dedication that the San Antonio Police Department has. They would identify suspects and make arrests, and that's exactly what happened. So I want to commend Chief McManus. I want to commend the entire command staff, and I especially want to call out the lead homicide detective for doing an outstanding job. I'm sure as typical, he may have had others assist him, but I know that his team was working around the clock, and it made a difference because we always want to formulate a suspect as soon as possible. We always want to identify someone who is a perpetrator of a crime as soon as possible, and that happened here. So again, my gratitude to the entire department and specifically to the detectives that were involved in this case. As I have said recently, our job is just beginning, but we have to give SAPD time to complete their investigation. What they do when they, and the term is walking a warrant, when they present an affidavit for an arrest warrant, they only need to present probable cause to a magistrate judge, but that's only the beginning. They have the responsibility to complete the investigation, and I know that they will do that. They will do an outstanding job as that they've done so far. So let's give them the time to do what they need to do. We have 90 days to indict these cases, and so I am sure that they're going to get a prosecution guide, which is the term that we use for a complete file. I'm sure that they will get it to us in the appropriate time and before that 90-day timeline. So again, I want to commend everyone involved in the San Antonio Police Department for doing an outstanding job in identifying suspects and making arrests. Let's let the detectives complete their job. Let's let them file the cases in our office, and then we'll make the charging decisions, and we'll go from there. And again, I can't overestimate this. In order to bring justice to the memory of these two victims, and in order to bring justice to the survivors and the family members, it's going to be a long road, but we have to take things one step at a time. So let's do that. Let's let SAPD do their job, and then we'll need some time to review the facts and make those charging decisions. And once a case is indicted, then we'll go to the next step. And I'm sure I will have questions about this. Let me get this out there right now. There have been questions about whether or not this will be something that we will seek the death penalty on. It's too early to tell. I don't know whether or not this is something that we will make that decision. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. As in every other case where we have a defendant who is death penalty eligible, we have a capital crimes committee that will meet, that will make, we will hear a presentation from the lead prosecutor in the court where this case ends up, and then we will discuss the facts that go into making a decision to seek the death penalty. But again, it is too early to tell. We don't want to put the cart before the horse. Let's wait till we get an entire case filed in our office. And once that happens, I anticipate that we will have indictments returned, but we have to wait and let a grand jury make that decision. But after that, then we will take it to the next level and make whatever decisions that we need to. Thank you very much.
I'll take a few questions.
And for the gun that was recovered at the suspect's home, have you guys done any tests, run ballistics on the gun to see if there's been any other connection to crimes?
I will just say that we believe it's the gun that was used in the murder. As far as the testing and the ballistic results go, I'm not sure quite what they have yet.
Chief, can you help clear something up on the surveillance video? We've had a lot of people reach out. It appears as if someone tosses the towel to Ramon Preciado
Yeah.
before he wipes down the door on the sedan. Is that how it played out? What can you tell us about that small part of the sequence?
Yeah, that's something we're still looking into. It's something that's been brought up in conversation about this, so we're still looking into that.
So that could potentially be a third suspect or someone that was there while the bodies were dropped off at the apartment.
As the investigation continues, it could be. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying it is possible.
If someone was there, if there was a second person in that truck, could they be charged with the same altering of a corpse or, essentially moving the bodies? Is that how the charge works?
They could be, but I mean, that's something that would be determined once the level of that person's involvement is understood, if that is the case at all.
We saw videos of police activity on the house of the Preciados where you take the mom. Are you questioning her?
I'm going to leave that question unanswered. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, can you go over the charges one more time on each one of them since they're updated now?
Sure. So the additional charges that were filed were for Ramon. Christopher was arrested on a capital murder charge. Ramon was arrested on the charge of abuse of a corpse. Yesterday, Christopher was also charged with abuse of a corpse. And he and Ramon were charged with altering, destroying, or concealing evidence.
And as far as the capital murder charges, would it be 1, 2, or 3? Do you know about how many charges that Christopher would face?
I-
It involves all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Covers it all.
Okay, and any further questions you have, you might want to just refer to the affidavit, arrest affidavit.